Welcome back to What Arty Nibs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX-50B. It's the Tier 10 French auto-loading heavy tank, and it's located on the northwest spawn of Fjords under the command of Oppenheimer. Now, he's got 2 marks of excellence on his barrel, so he's certainly played this tank a lot and knows how to handle it. It's basically an upgraded AMX-50-120. It's got a better gun handling techniques, better turret, and all around it's actually a better tank altogether. But it's got 29 seconds on the reload. Now he's in platoon with Beachhead 08, who's in the Object 277, and behind him there you can see Cheeky in the Conqueror gun carriage, so he's providing the RT support. And Oppenheimer's moved up, he's reloaded, ready to go. 2.5 seconds between each shot, 400 hit points of damage per shot. And he's firing APCR to start with. See a T100 LT across the way. Here he is. Bullet fires, 1 round in, 412, it's a high roll. Oh, just been hit by a Guerrilla 15. Must be over in the trees over on the far side. He's lost a huge amount of hit points, 714 hit points to that shot from the Guerrilla. And he fires another one into the T100 LT, who's immediately taken out by our M48 pattern, but we were seen, so we're going to have to stay behind this rock, and he's reloading, which is 27.92 seconds, but I said 29 seconds, but it's 28 seconds really, and that's 6 seconds more than the T57 Heavy. But it's 120mm ammunition, it's very good at penetrating tier 10 tanks. This is a 357 matchup. Okay, it's got 4 rounds to play with, and there's a number of enemy targets there. An Object 907, an Object 140 are fairly close. There's also an Object 277, I think, down there. Beach had just come forward a bit and he's pulled back. Okay. I'm trying to see a target we can shoot at the moment, but it seems like most of them are staying behind that rock just further down, and the Object 140 doesn't want to come out from behind that rock up there, 1 level up. But there's an Object 430U, a dangerous medium. Fire 1 in, 2 in, and they were both high rolls. Is he going to go for a reload? Yes, he's opted for a reload. Now with 4 shots per magazine, or 4 shots per clip you might say. Oh, somebody fired it in there. It's going to take, you can see the damage from the Guerrilla into his front plate. It's going to leave him with 5 magazines to play with, provided he fires off 4 shots per clip. Well, there's the 277, he puts 1 in. High roll. Can you get another one in? Not yet. Oh, 907. 1 in. Low roll. 2 in. Average. 3 takes him out the game. It was 384 is all he had left. And he's opted straight for a reload. Now we're actually 2 tanks down at the moment. At one point we were 3 tanks down. We did lose our IS-7. We lost 2 IS-7s actually, an Object 268 and a T100 LT. But we've now got sight on that 277. We fire 1 into him, fire another 1 blind, but we've opted for the reload rather than to keep firing or keep 2 shells in the mag and wait for somebody to appear. And the 277 pops back out again, but we haven't got a shot on him yet. Now the big concern is that Object 430U off to our left, because he might pop out at any moment. Almost loaded. Okay, we're ready. 277. 1 in. Low roll. Kill shot? Not quite. We could get if we can get that next round in, we could kill him, but he just disappears. And there's the Guerrilla, the one that hit us earlier. We put 1 into him. 2. we get third? No, he pops behind that silo. Here's the 277. He's gone back into cover. Still a one-shot for whoever can fire at him. 69 hit points is all he's got, and he's been killed. In fact, it was an Object 140 who managed to get him. Okay, we're reloading. Now, one of the good things about this 120 gun on the AMX 50B is it does actually have a fast rain time. 1 into the Object 140. 2 in. Can you get the third in? No. The first one was a high roll, the second one a low roll. And he's opted straight away for the reload. And now the Guerrilla comes out to play again. And this is awkward because we're halfway through the reload. And he's just killed our Object 140. And we've got shots on him, but we can't shoot. And now this 277's appeared and he's right next door to us. We're hiding behind the house because we're not loaded, but we are going to be any second now. We're loaded, and we take the Object 277 out. But we took a round from the Object 430U. And we're in a bit of a crossfire situation here now because we're receiving rounds from behind us from that Object 140 and also from the left from the Object 430U. So we really need to get rid of one of those tanks. And now a Batchat 155-58's appeared. Okay, our reload is almost complete. Okay, now we're in business. And we've just been spotted, so we're ducking down into this dip to use it as cover. And we're going to push. And there's the Object 430U. Can we get a shot? Yes, we can. 1 in. Kill shot. Oh, he's killed by the M48 Patton before we can get the shot off. So there's 2 tanks that we could have killed, but somebody else claimed the kill off us. But we've still got 2 kills already anyway, and what are we going to look for? Oh, it's the Batchat 155-58, the RT. 1 in. 372. Can we get a kill shot? No, he's stuck behind the houses. We've still got 2 shells to the magazine though, and they're all APCR. We've opted for the reload. And Oppenheimer dives down into the dip. Does get a bit of cover, but it's also enabling us to get closer to that Batchat. And we're still only halfway through the reload. And our platoon-mate, Cheeky, takes out the Batchat 155-58 on our spotting. Now, the last enemy is that Object 140, and there's also an arty, an Object 261. We're coming up on the 140, we're loaded. 4 shots. Let's see if we can get rid of this one. 1 shot misses, and the Object fires back at us. And, oh no, it wasn't a critical hit, and that's the kill shot. 316 takes the Object 140 out, and the 261's just been killed by our 277, so we've won the game. Wow, that was exciting and a lot of damage. And here's the end of battle results. It's a first class tanker for an Oppenheimer in the AMX 50B. He also got a master gunner for getting at least 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 11. And he picked up the high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points in total, and a win 8 for the game of 9,062 super income level. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, look at that. Highest damage, 7,908 hit points. The next highest scorer was the Object 140 on the enemy team, the one that we killed at the end. He did 4,489. Then we've got the Conqueror gun carriage of Cheeky, who managed to get 5,855 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was definitely Oppenheimer and the T110E5 who both managed to get 3 kills along with the M48 Patton. But it must remember that Patton actually kill stealed one of our targets, the 430U, and we would have had that one. So we would have had 4 kills, but for him jumping in and seizing that kill at the last moment. When it came to base XP, it was actually the E5 who managed to do best. He got 1,121, and Oppenheimer came in just after that with 1,086, and then we've got Cheeky with 1,054 in the Conqueror gun carriage. Cheeky managed to pick up a Gauss medal and a Confederate in that game, so he obviously did a huge amount of damage to the enemy and played very, very well, supporting his team by reducing the enemy hit points. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, we can see here Oppenheimer hit everything he fired at. He didn't waste one single shot. Only 2 of them didn't actually penetrate. All the rest penetrated the target and did maximum damage, or as much as they could. 7,908 hit points altogether, of which 2,049 were at more than 300 meters. And some of those shots were the ones that are actually fired into the valley against the 430U or against the Guerrilla, which are at range. He received 4 hits from the enemy, and all of them were penetrations, I'm afraid. Yeah, the Guerrilla did actually punch one straight through our front plate, and we did have ones through the cast turret as well, the oscillating turret. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle. I think that was the Batchat 155-58. He's damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and did damage assistance of 744 hit points. On a premium account, he earned 91,761 credits. And after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, he actually made a loss of 37,035 credits. And the reason for that was he used APCR all the way throughout. He didn't use any standard ammo, and as a consequence of which, his ammunition costs were huge, 105,600. But as we always say, you cannot make an omelette unless you break eggs, and therefore, under certain circumstances, it's totally applicable to use APCR, especially in an autoloader and when you're up against very difficult targets to penetrate. So it did work in this case. He got 2 bonds for the high caliber and 12 for the battle on tier 10. And so his total came to 14 bonds altogether. He earned 1,629 XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, took away 3,258 altogether. And as he says, it was a 7.9k 50B hard flank hold. Well, he certainly did hold that flank basically all alone at the end, towards the end. All he had was Cheeky backing him up behind him. And he certainly did cover 2 flanks, in fact, because he was covering against both the Object 430U, who was holding that valley to the east side of the map, and also the Object 140, who was trying to kill him from the other side. But he certainly did very, very well indeed. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.